Well, I've got my kiln here, and it's full. So I think I showed it to you already in this series. But so it's just built out of some scrap styrofoam I found up in my basement, and you look inside it there. See if I can get that door to stay open there. I've got a light bulb. So what it is, if you remember from if you were watching the other day, it's one of those spots with the silver hood on it, those cheap little clip-on spots, and I've just cut a hole in the bottom of the styrofoam and dropped it down in there, just a little smaller than what the rim of that aluminum piece is, and it's real safe because then all the electrical's right out here. Plug it in. So I've got the spindles in here, the post, and I've also got all three stretchers. And now I'd rather have on the center stretchers, you've got a mortise that goes into the large part. And I'd rather keep that at a little higher moisture content. But these pieces are all at EMC now, which means they're at equilibrium moisture content, or air dried. They've been in the shop long enough now to where they've quit losing weight, if that's the way you want to figure it out, but you can also just pick it up and tell that it's pretty light. And so in order to dry the tenons, it only have to be in here less than 2 days, and that's probably not going to affect the mortise. And so I like to have the mortise at 15%, say, give or take some, and the tenon super dried, so it's say 5%. So this little box would go up to about 140, 150 if you want to check yours. That's a good temperature. The legs, since they only get dried just on the tenon, then I just made a hole in the top with styrofoam and popped the legs in there. And if you want to block up those holes, then you can get some more of your duct tape and just put it over the top of it. Now it's a leaky little thing, but that works. If there's moisture that needs to go out, I suspect it can get out the leaks. As long as it goes up to the temperature I want, it's fine. So that's my little makeshift kiln. We'll close that back up. But there's other ways to do it inexpensively. If you've got a wood stove going, of course you can't beat that. You can just put them over next to the wood stove. And in fact, I've got a wood stove in the shop, and the crest rail that I bent the other day sitting over there beside it drying because it doesn't fit into here. Now you could make this big enough where it would, but I didn't. Then there's another way that I used to dry them also years ago. Dave Sawyer showed it to me, and it's drying it with sand. So look over here on the bench. You'll see I've still got this set up if I need it, and it'll dry those tenons fast. It's the fastest way of drying them that I've ever done. You just stick everything down into it right like that. The sand, you don't want it really over about 180. You get it on up in the 200 and some range, and you'll charcoal the ends of the tenons. Yeah, ask me how I know that one. So whatever heat source you want to use, I've just got this little hot plate, but it's real important that first thing you do with your sand is you heat it up and dry it. Then once you get the sand dry, then figure out where the point is, and I've got a little dot somewhere on this thing, yeah, right there, a little dot showing where it will be to get 180. And you need to leave it there for quite a while, a number of hours, and then check it, because it'll just slowly keep on creeping up, and it'll be up in the 200s before you know it. You might think of some other ways to dry those tenons that's easy and cheap, but those are the two, or with the wood stove, the three that I know of. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to get, we're going to, let's see, where's my, so this is a post, and I'm going to get the seat out and drill for the post, and then we'll taper the hole and fit it into it. So that's what we're going to do. Well, the first thing I got to do is I got to shape the tenon on this. So I'll show you how to do that, and then we'll bore the hole and taper it and fit it to the seat. Okay.